So hi everyone, this is Yolanda and I am locating cozy. So last night, I guess it was actually in the evening, early afternoon for some, but for me last night here in Spain, I had the opportunity to be interviewed with a group of other wonderful, phenomenal women by Rick and Halisi of Our Black Utopia. So that was really exciting and I was honored, to be part of that interview. It was late. It was like, I think we got started at about 9:30 p.m. here because I'm in Spain and it's 7 hours ahead. So, 7 hours ahead from Central Time. So anyways, there was a lot of questions in the chat that I could not see. So I decided to take this time today to kind of pull in some of those questions and hopefully I can answer some and give some insight on at least on my thoughts about my experience in Spain and some of the questions about why I chose Spain in the first place and things like that. So anyway, so here we go. I tend to ramble. I completely acknowledge that. It just is what it is, and sometimes I'll just go off on a tangent. So be it. It's me. All right. So one of the questions while I was being interviewed last night was, just for those who don't know, my youngest daughter lives in Spain. She lives in a town called Zaragoza, and she's been in Spain since sometime in 2016. And so one of the questions that was asked was, if my daughter didn't live in Spain, would I actually have chosen Spain? And probably not. I feel like my inspiration to even think beyond the scope of living in the U.S. started somewhere with my kids, with my daughters just being kind of their own free spirit and just doing things. So I feel like they jump-started something within me. I knew that there were some outside other influences also, but overall, I don't know. You don't know what you don't know, really. So, I'm just thankful that I have this opportunity that's been presented, that I can actually, make some choices and change the trajectory, I can never say that word, of my life right now. So I embrace that. Had my daughter been in another country, I don't know, I may have. I may have decided to go check out that other place instead, but right now Spain is talking to me and I'm listening. I really do like Madrid. I'm also, wanting to look at the possibility of having two visa options, or having two visas total right now, and one other one being Mexico, just because it is closer to, I'm from Texas, so that's another option. But right now I'm going full force and going with the blessing in front of me, and that is saying, you're moving to Spain next year. All right, cool. So one of the other questions, they asked what drew me to Madrid, and I answered part of that last night. I have been to Barcelona, and I appreciated the opportunity to be in Barcelona, but that just wasn't for me. Loved Lisbon. It was a beautiful experience. But again, I don't think Lisbon is for me. If I move to Madrid, Lisbon will be a spot where I'm just like, yes, I will go there and visit every now and then. I wouldn't mind going there for a couple of weeks and just really, or maybe even a month. But I don't see myself living in Lisbon. Several reasons. One is the hills, although I'm sure I could find, some places in flat land, but it's just not high on that priority. But again, never say never. So we'll see. Somebody also asked me about the cultural adjustment of having a son-in-law who's a Spain citizen. So my son-in-law is absolutely wonderful. The cultural difference, I guess maybe somebody was asking like if there was some kind of like machismo thing going on, or a difficulty understanding their way of thinking. you know, I know his family, you know, his family has totally embraced me. Most of his family is here. His mother lives here in the same town. And, you know, there's a language barrier, make no mistake, especially when it comes to talking to his family. But it's all in love. It's all in love. And I know that they take great care of my daughter and granddaughter as far as, you know, this is her family. This is her family, thereby it's my family too. So his family is wonderful. There is no, I guess some people might have this idea that, you know, Spanish men or men from Colombia or whatever have this certain way about them. He's a very wonderful, honorable man that treats my daughter like the queen that she is, and is an excellent father. I just admire. I have to stop myself from literally just not taking pictures. I have to stop myself from taking pictures of just those little special moments that, with me living or staying with my daughter right now for, you know, for these the next month. But to see that relationship that my granddaughter has with, you know, her parents, and just the beauty of it, and it's just a nice, simple, happy home. And I'm very, very thankful that my daughter has been blessed to have such a wonderful husband. He's my son. He's my what did I say? Wait a minute. He's my mijo. He's my mijo. Yes. So and I'm learning a little bit of Spanish just by seeing the interaction between him and my granddaughter. That's how I learned some of my Spanish here in this household. Sometimes it may not translate as easy because he's, again, Colombian, and so his Spanish is just a little bit different, I guess, in the house. But I mean, he speaks Spanish. So I do learn a lot with that. And then also, of course, my daughter speaks Spanish also. So that's that. A question that was asked during the interview with our Black Utopia also asked if I brought my dog here. So I have a 50-pound boxer. Her name is Early. She is right now in North Carolina with my sister, who graciously, her and her husband, took Early because that was my mega responsibility. I gave up my apartment in Dallas. I knew that I wanted to try to figure things out, but I didn't know what I was going to do with my dog. So my sister and her husband graciously said, you know, we'll take Early and we'll keep Early for the year while you go and do your discovery. So that's where she is. Now that I actually know where I want to land or move to, in 2024, I have talked to my sister again and just asked her if she can keep my dog a little while longer so that I can get to Spain in April next year, get settled, and then bring Early over. Just trying to figure out those details. April 2024 is closer than you think. I mean, time is just flying. Once you become an adult, time just kind of seems to fly by. So I don't know if when I do actually make my move over here to, back over to Spain permanently, if I'm going to just bring my dog then, or if I'm going to wait a few months and then bring her over. I'm not sure. I miss my dog. I'm actually going to visit my dog. I have a pet sit that will allow me to hang out in North Carolina for a while and get to see my dog then. So I'm super excited about that. Let's see. But no, right now I don't have my dog with me, and I can't wait to have her back. So some people kept asking last night about the name of the program that my daughter went through to actually teach here in Spain. I still don't have the name of it. She could not remember the name of it because she has not been in the program. She was in the program or came here through the program in 2016, and then after 2000, like up to 2021, like somewhere I think in mid 2021, she actually stopped teaching, and she now has her own successful VA business. So I asked her this morning. She couldn't remember. She said that she did post the information in the comments for Rick and Elise's from the live stream, or just in the basic chat. I don't know. I didn't see it when I was looking earlier, so I may have missed something. Still don't know that information. But she did tell me that she said that you actually do have to have a degree for the program that she came through. You do have to actually have some kind of, a bachelor's degree. So, yeah, I don't know if all programs are like that, where you have to have a degree, but hers definitely, she did have to. Everybody has to have one that's coming over here to teach English. Okay, so with that. Now, I wasn't sure about the question because I wasn't sure if you were asking specifically about my daughter and her teaching, or if you were just, if the person that posted the question was asking a generalized question that said, do you have to have a degree to work abroad? So, one, if you're coming here, unless you have some specialized skill, I'm pretty sure that you don't want to just get a job that's based in another country. Because, well, for me, I'll just say this: I want my U.S. pay. U.S. has some very negative things that I really don't care about, and I don't want to live there permanently. But the pay I will keep. So I don't think that you would want to, just like you wouldn't want to come to Mexico and get a job in Mexico. The pay is, there's a big difference in the pay. So if you're like, hopefully you can take your job with you. Hopefully you have a remote job, or you're able to secure a remote job that you can take with you that will allow you to work from anywhere. Now, I do want to say this. I'm not telling anybody that I'm planning on moving next year. I'm just not doing that right now, because I'm going to work. There's a process that I just need to work through to get information. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot on a possible opportunity that I'm really interested in because I'm planning on moving in a year. Somebody else might tell you to do something different. I would not just, that doesn't make any sense to me, to actually like set myself up for not getting an opportunity because of what I plan on doing in a year. I can be working on some other things to make sure that I can transition into, or maybe take my job with me. They might just find me so valuable that they're like, oh, I'll let them know, maybe a couple of months before or something like that. And they might just find me so valuable that they're like, yeah, no, you can work from anywhere. I did it with my last job, so it's possible. But I would not, please don't deceive a possible employer because you want to be somewhere else in the world. Because if you get found out and you end up getting terminated, one, you probably won't qualify for any unemployment. So anyways, there's my rant about that. I stated before in the interview that I actually went to college late in life. I was in my 40s when I went to college, and the opportunity, I actually was promoted at my former job. After I got my associate's degree, I was promoted. Now, that particular job, actually, a degree was not required for a promotion, but I was just, at the time of my life, because I was helping to take care of an ailing parent and then trying to go to school and all that, me trying to become a supervisor at that company was not feasible at that time. And so when the opportunity came, I just happened to have graduated at that time. And so everything just kind of fell into place. I say that to say you don't have to have a degree to move abroad, to seek opportunities, remote work, to move abroad. Sometimes your experience speaks louder than a degree. I have 20 plus years experience in the accounting field, so that kind of speaks louder, and my credentials are like outlined pretty well on my resume. That shows that yes, I have a specific skill set that they can sometimes just look past not having a degree. Does it work for every field? No, of course not. But I say this just to say there's a possibility that you can find, just with patience and tenacity, that you can find a position that works for you. Use your transferable skills to possibly find something that works for you that can be remote. Yeah. Okay, so last night somebody asked about the paella here in Spain, and it was so funny because I never really paid attention. Actually, when I think about it, I really have not. Have I had paella since I've been here? I think I've had it once, and I wasn't that impressed. But not to say that that is bad overall. I didn't know until I went on the food tour that there's like this whole kind of, I guess, uh, attitude, disdain for people that ask for paella in Madrid. Now, of course, just like there's a lot of Chinese food, there's different cuisine in Madrid that you can find great food, whether it's Italian. I found this great Chinese restaurant last night, but not last night, a couple of weeks ago when I was in Madrid, and it was just, I don't even like Chinese food pretty much like in the US, but this was some great Chinese food. So I say that to say you can find different types of really good food, international or just, you know, the Spanish cuisine in Madrid. And there are some restaurants that specifically tout their paella based on the region that they come from. That is wonderful. But overall, in Madrid, it seems that that is not a cuisine that is regional to this to the Madrid area. That's all. But I'm on a quest to find me some good paella. Right? All right. So somebody asked about if Madrid is a good place to raise kids. I can't speak to that because one, my kids are grown, so yeah, can't speak to that. Do you see kids here? Yes. I've been in a lot of the tourist areas. I will say this. In Spain, Zaragoza, in Madrid, I can't remember so much about Barcelona, but it's very family friendly. You see kids and the elderly and all just out at random times, like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. People are out with their kids. They are out, like the elderly are not just shut in someplace from, you know, what I'm seeing. You see the elderly out and about and enjoying the evening, enjoying a glass of wine. The kids are out. They have plenty of areas and parks where, you know, you're out with the dog and walking around and just, they're out there. It's, very walkable. Madrid to me is very walkable. Of course, they also have a great transportation system, but it's all to each his own. You know, what might be comfortable, what your expectations are, what your needs are as far as you and your children might differ. Of course, if you move to another country, I'm hoping that you understand that you need to adjust your expectations a lot in order to be able to fit in and to feel comfortable and really appreciate the opportunities of being in another country. If you come in with a closed mind and be like, well, that's not how we do it at home, you are never going to adjust and really be able to appreciate the opportunity of living abroad in another country, whether it's Spain or Panama or Mexico or wherever it is. You have to open your mind to the new experience. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I think that's it. The only other thing I wanted to just bring up, so one of the things that I said was like, I'm not too keen on Zaragoza. I love Zaragoza, Spain. It's a great, cool town. It was considered the 5th largest city in Spain, but now it's creeping up, I think, on Sevilla, and it's coming up to be the 4th largest city in Spain. So there's a lot to do here in Zaragoza. Actually, just this past weekend, was it this past weekend? Oh no, the weekend before, we went to a burger festival. Now, it's hard to find a good burger in Spain, and the reason why is because sometimes they really do believe in cooking their burgers rare, and I'm all about a good medium rare steak. I don't like to, you know, don't burn it. But I went to the burger festival, and I should have listened to my daughter. I got some thick burgers that were really, really rare on the inside. So, ugh. But my daughter and her husband actually found some really good burgers that were like thin, like smash burgers that were really delicious. I say all that to say, there's great things to do in Zaragoza, and I truly enjoy it. But again, I said, I am single. I would like the option of dating. It's not some major requirement. It's not that I'm on the hunt to find a man. That's just, I'm not down with that. But I just felt like Madrid would give me more. I enjoyed Madrid even more. I saw there was more diversity in Madrid, and you know, like if I felt like flirting, I felt like it would be more receptive in Madrid versus in Zaragoza. So yeah, that's why I think I want to hang out in Madrid and just enjoy everything, with the possibility that, you know, I can possibly meet somebody to hang out with and maybe date for a little while and see how that goes. But it's not the highest priority at all right now. But you know, I'm also not somebody that's saying no to any possibilities. So I just want to be in the region where there might be a possibility, but not living for that possibility. Make sense? Anyways, so that's it. I did not know I was going to do a video today until I started doing a video, until I started cleaning up my room, and I was like, oh yes, let's do a quick vlog about, you know, all my ramblings of why I'm in Spain for now, and plan on coming back. And I'll be able to share more details about the process of me getting the visa when it's closer to being done. That one is a little bit far off, and I can't really speak too much on it because it's still a learning process, and I don't want to give anybody any kind of false information or information that might misguide them into thinking that, oh, you should just do it this way and it's a whole lot easier. I don't want to give anybody that false hope, so that's why I'm staying quiet as kept right now. But I do have my goals. I do have a goal that I am going to move to Spain, and I'm just really, really excited about that. So anyways, now I think my wonderful granddaughter is up, so I get to go play with my baby, and I'm just gonna do that and just enjoy the rest of my day. Anyways, talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. It is Monday here, and so just stay positive, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Right? Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.